Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how to ground balance the DeepTech Vista X. Straightforward procedure, easy to do, and there's other ways you can do it instead of just one way. So first off, we have to find a clean area of soil so we can ground balance on. We can't have any metallic items under the coil while we're ground balancing. It won't ground balance the machine correctly. So now we move on to the next step. Place your machine in all metal mode. That's the trigger switch towards you. You don't have to worry about the alternative disc or iron audio for this process because you're in all metal mode and none of that counts. All you need to concentrate on, make sure you've got enough audio coming through but not to hurt your ears. Your iron volume, as said, don't matter at the moment, but your threshold and gain are up enough to get feedback from the soil and the ground to make sure there's no metallic items in that ground. Remember, we're just looking for a clean patch of soil. So all we want to hear really is the mineralization of the ground. But first, let's see if there's any objects in this ground. No. The machine's stable. So at this point, we turn our ground balance all the way to the left. We increase our threshold to the point where we get a constant audio feedback. Now we place into two-tone mode, and this is where you need your disc on a red dot, not to worry about the alternative disc, but you need your iron audio up. Now we're going to go to the extremes. As you can hear, it's a high tone. Far right, a low tone. So what we're trying to achieve is the audio in between that, so more or less the silent audio. We're trying to get the machine as stable as possible. So first off, we're going to go for, just say that position. Remember, we want the middle part of a high tone and a low tone, so the silent part as such. We're near enough spot on. And that would do nicely. Now your machine is ground balanced. Now, if your machine is not chattering at this point, you're fine to detect. Make sure you're in two-tone mode. Make sure you've got your disc level where you want. Make sure you've got your iron volume up if you want to hear the iron while detecting. But make sure the machine is stable on the threshold and gain. As you can hear, the machine is giving me feedback. And if I crank up the gain, you can hear it even more. So you're looking for the sweet spot. So take the gain down a little bit and take the sting out the threshold. Now if your machine's not chattering, you're good to go. So remember, you're not listening for You're also not listening for You're listening for the most silent point in between a high tone and a low tone. And that there will do me just fine. Then just reduce the threshold till the chatter stops and start detecting. When you get confident with the machine, there's plenty of different ways you can ground balance it. For instance, just say we're in two-tone now, okay? So we keep it in two-tone. So if I sweep the ground now, this is clean soil, remember, under here. It's a little bit edgy, a little bit. Let me bring that out further. Hear the audio? Now if I turn the ground balance dial, if I get to a point where it's stable on that ground, To me there, that sounds pretty good. Remember what it sounded like before? There's no great change in that audio there. Here, when I'm stopped, similar. Okay? Right, take it back. Listen to the difference. Subtle changes, but you can hear them. Now you can reduce them changes. Reducing your gain to the red dot. Easing back off the threshold a little bit. Still tweeting, but listen to the difference now when I adjust. Now if I find that sweet spot, the ground balance point, the machine's a lot calmer. Go too far, you can hear the edginess. It's picking up all them little sparky little signals in the soil. So you don't have to ground balance your machine that way. Providing you know what you're doing, you're on a clean patch of ground, you can sweep your coil over that clean patch of ground and listen for the audio changes. Just get the machine completely smooth as possible. So just say there, reduce it all. Nice quiet machine.